What's up everybody, welcome back to Meathead Gaming. My name is Roland, this is the best channel that nobody watches except a few special people like yourself, and today we're going to be talking about Starcraft. Starcraft was launched in March 1998 and is one of the most iconic real-time strategy games out there. With its great graphics for the time and versatile gameplay, it took the world by storm and to this day, 25 years later, still has a multiplayer scene. Now, that being said, is it still fun for newcomers, or is it a relic of the past that still has a beating heart thanks to the boomer gamers? My first contact with Starcraft was in the early 2000s, and in between Counter-Strike sessions, it was the game to play with my friends. In our never-ending attempts to turtle ourselves into our base on big game hunters until we can create carriers and battle cruisers to take care of the AI that was constantly knocking at our doorstep. Those were fun times and it was a long time ago, but recently I've played through the main campaign and also played a few weekends with one of my childhood friends to see if Starcraft still offers a punch or it should be left in a museum. I'll start out by talking about the campaign a little bit. Now, before everything else, I will confess to the fact that I did not finish the Brood War expansion campaign due to lack of time, but I've played more than enough to reach the conclusions that you will hear in this video. The campaign is a good introduction into the world of Starcraft, with the Terran campaign being a little too basic to my taste and offering little challenge. Now that being said, I'm a veteran of this game, so somebody with fresh eyes might think that it's a good campaign, and I would agree, as long as you look at it as a prolonged tutorial. The other two campaigns offer a more challenging experience, but they are still not very hard. What's nice about the campaigns though is the fact that you have a pretty big variety of mission types. You have the standard RTS setting where you build up your base and then kick out the opponent's ass, but you also have dungeon type missions, countdown missions, which I personally hate more than a rabid dog hates a cat, and also you have a few missions where you have to sneak your way through the map in order to be successful. So all in all, a good package, I would say. The storyline is quite interesting. I forgot most of the details coming back to the game, and it caught my attention and made the campaign feel more eye-catchy and fun. Now, that being said, while the world building is absolutely fantastic, the storyline is slightly above average. So, don't expect something incredible, but it's still a good enough package, I would say. The cutscenes are obviously outdated at this point in time, but even so, they managed to insert that awkward feeling into you, like it did to me 20 years ago. Much to my surprise, I still got the same feeling after all these years, although at this point in time the cutscenes have not aged like fine wine. The game had a remaster done in 2017, and unlike the Warcraft 3 remaster, which was a missed opportunity by Blizzard, the Starcraft remaster is a successful one, and it makes the game look and feel like it did to me the first time I've played it. Just to give you an example of what I'm talking about, when I asked my friend Tudor to play the game with me, he didn't own the remastered version, and his first reaction to the game was, damn, this looks like shit, but after he got the remastered version, we were all set to go and it felt exactly the way it was supposed to feel. The multiplayer is still alive, with the servers being populated constantly with over 500 players every time I play the game, so you can still expect a good amount of fun. Beware though, at this point in time, whoever is still playing Starcraft Online is probably a badass veteran that is ready to take over your bases in a blink of an eye. I don't think that should discourage you, because there's still a lot of custom maps and stuff and different types of custom games that you can play and enjoy, so don't get turned down by that. Now, all that being said, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and the game has a few caveats that come with its age gameplay wise. First off, it feels way too zoomed in, and while you get used to it after a little while, I would have still loved to be able to zoom out more than the game lets you. Upgrades in this game take an eternity to research. This means that you have to be very wise in the choices that you make. Otherwise, just the sheer fact that upgrades take a long time to make can take you out of the game and give a massive advantage to your opponent. The AI pathfinding is very lackluster, and you get the feeling that in order for your units to do exactly what you want them to do, you have to hold their hand like you would with a baby. I think that this, and the fact that you can only select 12 units at the time, will make some new players turn around and walk away from the game, which is a shame because everybody knows the name Starcraft, and I believe that everybody should give it a try before writing it off. Another nitpick of mine is that when you order your workers to build a structure, the resources are not taken from your UI until the worker physically starts building the structures. And this messes with me sometimes, because I order my worker to build something, then I look at the UI thinking, oh nice, I still have these resources to do XYZ. But if you do that, by the time my worker moves to his location and starts building whatever I want him to build, he's out of resources and the building cannot start constructing, and I have to wait until I gather the necessary minerals or gas to go ahead, or I have to cancel what I did in between telling the worker to build a structure and him physically starting the construction. It's not a very optimal situation, I would say, and you have to be constantly aware of it, because otherwise it will be a giant pain in the back. The music and overall audio of the game hold up really well, if you ask me. I never for 1 second got the feeling that I'm playing a 24-year-old game. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention is the fact that the campaign has no difficulty settings. Also, if you play skirmish with the AI, it's the same thing, no difficulty options. I find that to be quite a big problem in modern times, but hey, back then, if we wanted a bigger challenge, we would just add another AI player to the opposite team and we would have fun all night long trying to figure out how to conquer the map with our childish strategies and endless conversations about the games after we finished playing them. Those were good times and I will never forget them, but as far as a new player coming to this game and trying it out, I think it would be a hard sell, if you ask me. All the bad bits that I've previously talked about are a little hard to stomach at this point in time for a modern gamer. So I'll say this, if you are a veteran of the game, sure, fire it up and you'll have fun. Now whether that fun will be because of the game, nostalgia, or probably a combination of both, it really does not matter. As far as a new player is concerned, I think you should give it a try. And if you find it too annoying to deal with the technical difficulties of that time period, move on. Life is too short to play games that you don't enjoy. Okay, that was it for today, guys. This was a lot of fun to make. It brought back a lot of memories playing this game. And if you want to see more in the future, similar content like this about other games, stick around. I'll be doing it more on this channel. Yeah, that's about it. I hope everybody enjoyed this, and feel free to like, dislike, or leave a comment. Any feedback is very welcomed because it helps me improve the quality of the videos. Until next time, stay safe, stay clean, and stay strong.